had someone the other day, it was actually today at church, because I told someone how many books I have, and they're like, do you know how much you've spent on books? And I cried a little inside, because I don't like to think about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, and if you're new here, hi, hello. Sorry if you can hear the fire whistle, but I am not stopping at this point. We're just going with it. So, I have accumulated some books. I looked back, and my last book haul was like a month ago. So, I don't know where these books came from. Like, I can't tell you where they came from. It's a sickness at this point, and I don't want to stop it. I'm embracing it. We're embracing it. But yeah, so I have three piles of books to share with you guys. So we're just going to get into it. So the first books I'm going to start off with are the books that I got from Book of the Month this month, which is August. It's okay. It's okay. So majority of these books are July. Okay, so a majority of these books are all from July, and then I guess in June. So whenever I did my last book haul, I started collecting for this book haul. So the first ones are the Book of the Month from August. So I got 2 thrillers because, guys, there's this thing. Okay, look. I have been in a SLUMP.
Are you kidding me?
Because I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to, like, give power to it. But I've been in one. And I think I'm just getting a little burnout on the romances. I know, I'm sorry. Like, I love myself some romance, though. I do, but I just can't. I think I'm thrillered. I think I need to do some more thrillers. I need to get back into my thriller era as I was. So I got myself 2 thrillers from Book of the Month this month. I got the new Alice Feeney book because I read her last book, Rock, Paper, Scissors, in January. Absolutely loved it. And this is getting so much hype. So I'm like, need it. Got it. So we got this. And then I got the sequel to The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. And this one's The Family Remains. So I read The Family Upstairs last year, really enjoyed it. It wasn't like my favorite of hers that I've read, but I still enjoyed it, and this is the sequel to that, so this better be good. I haven't heard too many people talking about it yet, so we'll see about that. And then in July, for the Book of the Month, I got 2 more thrillers, because who am I? But I got The It Girl by Ruth Ware, which is her latest book, and it's a big book. It's big. It's like over 400 pages. But I'm not quite sure what this is about. It's about the It Girl. I'm sure about that. But I think it's like someone dies in college, and they think they caught the person, and the person goes to prison, and the person dies in prison, and then evidence comes out that the person they caught was not the person. I'm trying to talk louder than my father because when he's on the phone, he talks like he needs to scream. So the person died in prison, and they think that it wasn't the person. So now they have to try to figure out who actually killed the girl in college. And then, ooh, the other book I got, they're getting dusty already. Oh, that's not good. Okay, the next book that I got in July was The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I have read two books by Riley Sager, Home Before Dark and Lock Every Door. I hated Lock Every Door, but I loved Home Before Dark. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I have heard not good things about this one, so we're going to see how this goes. And then, I don't know where the heck I was when I got this. It might have been Walmart. This is The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon. I'm pretty sure this is more like a horror than a thriller. But we're going to go there. We're going to see. I've heard a lot of people say they really enjoy Jennifer McMahon. And I haven't read any of her books ever. So we're going to see. I'm not a fan of the mass paperback. Well, it's not even a mass paperback. It's like a rectangle. It's weird. I don't know what Walmart's doing with their books. But we're going to see. We're going to see if I enjoy it. And then the last thriller that I want to talk about, I won this book off of a giveaway that one of my friends was doing on Instagram. And it's Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I don't know how you say that, but this book's huge. So, will I ever read it? Possibly. How many pages is it? I don't know, because I don't have my glasses on. But we're going to see. And you're going to, let's see. So, 700. That's lovely. But yeah, I think this is more a horror than a thriller. So I don't know. People say it's really good. So, you know, we'll see. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, reading some of those books will get me out of this SLUMP so I can get back into reading my romances, because I got a whole bunch here to share with you guys now. So those were the thrillers. So let's get into the romances that I have here. We're going to start with, what's this, July book of the month? I think. So I think I got 3 that month. By Catherine Center, and this is The Bodyguard, and this is a fake dating romance. She is his bodyguard, but he goes home and he doesn't want his family to know that he's got a bodyguard, so she's got to pretend to be his girlfriend, and romance will ensue, because that's how it works in these books. And I think that's my problem. It's why I'm getting into the SLUMP, because I know what's coming, and the thrillers, you never know. So I'm hoping it's all just gonna even itself out. And then the next book, I got the last book that I needed in this, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like Paradise Alaska Romances. So this one was number 1 or number 2, but it's Match Made in Paradise. So it always has to do with like bush pilots or like a bush pilot company. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's the women or the men. At this point, I don't know. I just have every single one. There's 4. And I didn't want to start it until I had them all, in case I wanted to read them all and binge them, because that's my problem. But now I have all 4 if I want to. I get Simple Wild vibes every time I look at these books, because it's, you know, Alaska and bush pilots. So we'll see whenever I get to it if I enjoy it. But this was by Barbara Dunlop. And then the next book that I got was the first book in the Cloverleaf Farm series by Melanie Harlow, and this book is Irresistible, and so is the cover. Like, these do yourself a favor. If you have not seen the covers of her Cloverleaf Farm series, just go look at them. They're so freaking breathtaking. They're both gorgeous. The people in the covers are gorgeous. Makes me feel terrible about myself, like I'm a troll.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
But that's fine, because, you know, what else is new? But I just love these covers. I love all of Melanie Harlow's covers. Like, the ones that are, like, her standalones, I still really enjoy, because they're just, like, men on the cover, and you know how, you know me and my men on the cover. But the ones where they're a couple, they're gorgeous. And I don't know much about this. Yeah, I don't know what this is about at all. I know it's like I think it's a single dad. I don't know how he talks this loud. I am so sorry. Like, why? Why is this a thing? Don't worry, the books are always linked down below for you guys. You know I'm a hot mess when I do book hauls, because I don't really know what the book's about at the time, but don't worry, they're always linked down below. The next 2 books are from my new favorite author, because I'm having a field day reading her books, and they make me so giddy. The first one is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. We all know, if you saw my reading wrap up, how I feel about this book. It's my favorite read of the year. Nothing's going to top it. I don't care. It is what it is. This book gave me all the feels. It was a roller coaster. Loved it. If you don't know what this book is about, it is a best friends to lovers romance, which is not my favorite trope. I do not enjoy it. But in this book, I enjoyed it. Love it. Have tissues. Okay, you're going to need some things if you're going to read this book. Tissues, a drink of your choice, preferably something a little heavy. I'm just saying. A pillow to throw, scream, bite, whatever, and then maybe therapy after. Because you need all 4 when you read this book, because it's a whirlwind of emotions. And then after I read that book, I'm like, oh, I need to read her backlist. So I bought On the Rocks by Candy Steiner, which is the first in a series that I'm not quite sure of the name of right now. But this one is like a bad boy, good girl trope. She's engaged to someone else, and she's the mayor's daughter. He's the bad boy in town. They're not meant to be together, but you know that it's going to happen. The next book I actually won because I reviewed it for that Smut Hood reviews. I talk about it in my last video, so I'll like have it linked somewhere for you guys, but I get copies of books to review for free, and then sometimes you win the books that you review. So I have the 4th book in the, I think this is the St. Mary's Rebels series, but this is Hey Mr. Marshall. And you know what? I wasn't like picturing him when I was reading this book, but I can see it. Like I can see it. This book is by Saffron A. Kent, and this is a ward guardian. That's the word I'm looking for. Guardian ward romance / principal student. How do you man? We have to read the book to find out, but I mean, I already talked about it in a review somewhere, but yeah, you know, read it and find out. I really enjoyed this book. I haven't read the others in the series, but they're all kind of standalone, so you don't have to. But I may go back to read them eventually. The next 3 books are all from Elizabeth O'Rourke. Like, from her, like she sent them to me. No, they're by her. And they're like the Devil series. But okay, these books are the most gorgeous books. One, because they're like all close to the sea. They're all nice and blue. Yeah, The backs are the sea. I mean, okay. Yeah, that's why I love them, right? No, it's for the men on the covers, because these men on the covers are gorgeous. So we got him. He's gorgeous. We've got him. He's not as gorgeous, but like I wouldn't complain if he came up to talk to me. And then we've got him, and he's like broody. He's brooding, and there's nothing where I like. Okay, so his belly button is an outie and not an innie, and that might bug me, but we'll get over it. I just put like we'll get over it. Okay, so there's him. Do I know what these books are about? No, they're romances. That's all I know. That's all I needed to know, because I wanted. Not you. Sorry. You're not. Yeah. He's my favorite. So that's why I got these.
Well, but that's because I'm a whore, so, you know.
The next book that I got is Wild With You by J.H. Croy, and it is a glossy book. I pardon for the rain light. I just love a good matte book. I just love a good matte book. But this is the first in her, it's like Light Me Up. Fire and Light. It's, oh my gosh, it's right there, and I literally cannot read it because I don't have my glasses on. Light My Fire series. This is what these are called. He's a fireman. She is not. It doesn't matter. That's all I know. I just like the cover. There's some time, look, I guess you need to know something about me. If you don't know, I'm a cover buyer. I'm looking on Amazon. Oh, I like the cover. So it gets added to my wish list without knowing what it's about. That's okay though, you know. I actually haven't heard anything about this book, but we're going to give it a chance anyway. The next book that I got was the off-campus book 2 in the series, which is The Mistake by L. Kennedy. I have read this already on my Kindle, but I enjoy him so much that I just wanted to have the series. So I have book 1, book 2. I need 3 and 4. Yeah. So I'll get them eventually. Yeah, so this is second. I really don't want to talk about it, guys, because like you know. Like if you know, you know. But like so many people's already read this. But it's a college romance, sports, hockey. This one is a friends to lovers, I guess, with a lot of groveling. So if you're into that, there's this one. So I was at my local BAM bookstore, and my romance section in that store sucks. Like, I'm dead serious. It sucks. I hate it, but it is what it is. So I was looking for books that I haven't read yet, authors that I haven't really heard of, and I came across Maya Banks, and I've never read anything by her. I don't even hear her like on BookTube or Bookstagram, so if you have read anything by her, let me know. But I ended up getting Rush, which is the first, oh lord, these freaking glossy covers. This is the first in the Breathless trilogy. So I got Rush, and then I got Mastered. Woo, it's even worse. These glossy books. And this is the first in the Enforcers series. I think he owns a sex club in this book, but I'm not too sure. So I got those. I'm hoping for a good time. I don't know. But if you have read her, let me know. The next book that I have is Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is her first book in the Gold Rush Ranch. I can never remember that, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Series. His family owns the horse ranch and the horses, and she is a horse trainer. So, you know, small town romance. That's all I've been reading lately, and I think that's my problem. But the covers of all these books, again, are gorgeous because the people on them are gorgeous. I really should just stop reading them because they make me feel like a troll. Or at least stop looking at them, you know, put them on my Kindle so I can't see them. But this is book 1. I think there's 4 altogether. So I've heard great things. I've been reading this book since Wednesday. It's now Sunday. I'm on chapter 2. That's why I'm in an SLUMP and I have to get out of it. So I'm going to be reading a thriller. But I will be excited to read this book. I then have Stroke of Midnight by K. Webster, which is a Cinderella novel. And I think there's 3 in the series. But it's like smutty Cinderella. And what? Did I know I needed that in my life? No, I didn't. But now I know. So now I'll have to read the rest of them probably. If this is good. I mean, I haven't read this one yet, so who am I saying that I'm going to like it? But I'm just anticipating that I would, because who wouldn't like smutty Cinderella? I then bought myself Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score, which is about this girl. She is like an influencer, like a YouTube star, and she also has like, I think a TV show, like on HGTV-esque, where she goes and like does these houses. Well, this dude right here, he's a landscaper, but he's a grumpy landscaper. And if there's anything that I love more than a landscaper, it's a grumpy one. So it's probably going to be enemies to lovers. I'm here for it. It was cute at the Walmart. And I'm like, I'll just go ahead and pick it up. Why not? And then at BAM, when I bought those other Maya Banks books, I also got The Summer of Christmas by Juliet Giglio and Keith Giglio. Look. I don't claim to know how to pronounce people's names, but they must be married or brother and sister. Don't know. But this girl wrote a book about her home life or like something that happened when she was in high school, and it gets the rights to make a movie out of it. So she goes to her hometown. Well, the story's about her ex, and guess who she sees when she's at her hometown other than her ex. So I feel Hallmark vibes. I feel Hallmark vibes, which is fine. And I liked the pink cover. So, and Christmas is my favorite holiday. So I was like, well, it's got to come home with me, and that's what happened. I then have books 2 and 3. I don't have book 1 of, I don't know what this here is. Silver. Is it a silver something? Oh, goodness gracious. I cannot remember the series, but this is Maybe We Won't and Maybe We Shouldn't. And then there's one that's called Maybe We Will. I'm pretty sure that's the first book. But I don't know what they're about. I don't know. They're small town romances. I wanted them. They went on my Amazon wish list, and now I have them. I told you guys sometimes I don't know why they just come into, it just happens. They go in my cart and then they're here. So I've never read anything by Melissa Foster, but if you have, let me know down below. But these were more cover bias than anything else because the water and the couples, and yeah. I then have Even If It Hurts by Marnie Mann, and this book I bought because More to Mary said this was like such a good book. It's very heartbreaking, and I love a good heartbreaking story. I do. I love a good cry. Cries is therapeutic. It makes me feel good. So I got this, and I think it is like a love triangle, so we're going to see how it's written. I haven't read anything about this author, but we're going to see how it goes. Plus, the cover's just gorgeous. I mean, she's gorgeous from what I can see of her face. It's like half, but she looks gorgeous. I then have By Any Other Name, and this is by Lauren Kate, and Lauren Kate wrote a series when I was like 14, 15. It was my favorite paranormal series growing up. Like, first it was Twilight, and that's all good, but this series, it was called The Fallen, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, it was about fallen angels and like the reincarnation, And I love, oh my god, I love that series so much. It was 4 in it, and then they made it into a movie, and they killed it. If you've seen the movie, it was like straight to like DVD, and once you see it, you'll know why. It was terrible. I still get pissed off when I hear about it. It could have been so good. It could have been the next Twilight, but you did it dirty. You did it dirty, and I don't want to talk about it. I can't tell you what this book's about, though. It's like her first like adult romance book, so that's all I really know. But I'm pretty sure it's like in the book world. Is she like an editor? Yeah, she's a romance editor. So that's all I know. It's all I need to know. It's fine. I don't need to know anything else. But yeah, I want to give that little spiel about how they ruined the movie. The next book I also won from the Smut Hood Tours, and this is Founded on Deception by Kat Singleton. I read this. I did a review. It's on my channel, but it's a Rockstar Brothers romance. His brother's a rock star, and the one that he ends up falling for is his brother's manager, and it's an enemies to lovers. I really enjoyed it, but I've already read it. But I just wanted to show you guys like the cover of it because I didn't have a physical copy whenever I did the review, I think. I then was at Walmart and I'm like, you know what? I don't have this Colleen Hoover book, so let's pick it up. This is Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. I think this is the girls in high school in this, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see how I feel about it because I don't read a lot of high school books anymore, and I still have a whole bookshelf of YAs that I need to just go through. So we're gonna see if I enjoy this one or not. I then have the Stopover, which is book 1 in the Miles High Club by T.L. Swan, and I think this is the first one because the second one is the Takeover. Yeah, but I think this book, they have like this, they meet at an airport at a stopover. Hint the name. They have like this whirlwind romance, and then they go their separate ways, and then I think they meet up again. That's the vibe I'm getting. I can't remember if that's true, but that's the vibe you're getting from me for this book. But I've heard a lot of people like these books, so we're just going to give it a shot. Again, I haven't read anything by T.L. Swan. I'll say Smith, but it's T.L. Swan. So we're going to see how it goes. I would like to hope that it's going to be good. So I was at my local Goodwill, and I ended up picking up this book by Macy Yates. This is A Harlequin Desire, and it's Rancher's Christmas Storm. It's supposed to be 2 in 1. I don't even know why I picked this up. I think it was because it was the only book that looked remotely interesting at my Goodwill that day. It was a sad day, and I don't want to talk about it. But so I do have this one, so we're going to see. I don't read Harlequin, like, ever, but maybe I should give it a shot just to see if I would like them. And the next book I have here is called Heartless by Jade West. And look, honestly, what's the cover by? Like, there's no shame in my game. This book is legit because I liked the cover. I have no idea what it's about, and I didn't look it up before I did this, but it's fine. But it's fine. I just, I haven't read anything by Jade West, and I want to give it a shot, so we'll see if I enjoy this one. And then the last book is Talk Bookish to Me by Kate Bromley, and this is just a cute rom-com of a romance with a little illustrated. There was a time when like all I wanted was illustrated covers. Who was she? Like, she has no idea like who this person is now when it's like, give me the man on the cover. But yeah, this is just a cute little rom-com romance, but that is it. Those are all the books that I've accumulated since the last book haul, which has been like a month ago, and I thought it was longer, so now I feel a little ashamed of myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel get to more people. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the family. I would love to have you stick around. If you've read any of these books, let me know down below. And if you want to follow me on any of my social medias, they are always linked down below for you guys as well. But I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. Now I gotta do a thumbnail, and this is the worst part of filming, is the stupid thumbnail. This is not going to go well. I have a feeling. I'm sorry, imaginary friend, but you are not getting up on this thumbnail. You are not fitting, friend. Okay. And the fire whistle's being so rude. So we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. How long is this alarm? Why is it going for so freaking long? Everyone's just talking. everyone's just talking. It's beautiful. What is this? Why can't we all just like talk with an inside voice? I don't get, it's not that hard. It's not that hard.